Hey, what's up, fam? Thank y'all for tuning in once again. As always, be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And when you do subscribe, hit that notification bell so every time I drop a video, you will be the first to know about it. Let's read this story out of the great state of Texas in the city of Arlington, not too far outside of Dallas. Actually, I think it's like halfway between Dallas and Fort Worth, pretty much. And it reads, woman's boyfriend shot by her ex-boyfriend while picking up her child in Arlington, police say. Now, women, no, fellas, you have to be very careful about who you are dating. Everybody doesn't deserve your time. I know a lot of times, most relationships, let's just be honest, start off with lust, right? You see a handsome young man, you see a pretty young girl. You don't care if she got children, different baby daddies. You don't care if he got children, different crazy ass baby mamas. You don't care what their education is, background is. You don't care what their family background. You don't care about their criminal history. All you want to do right then and there is base your choices on physical feeling or how they can make you feel good. This is one reason why people say try not to rush into relationships head first with people, because you never know that person. You never know that person's personality. You don't know what's on the other side of that mountain. And this is a prime example. I'm gonna get into this story and I'm just gonna give my synopsis throughout. Arlington, Texas says Arlington police said a man was shot while helping pick up his girlfriend's child Saturday night. The shooting happened at about 9:45 p.m. at an apartment complex in the 2200 block of Water Dance Circle near Pioneer Parkway and Center Street. First problem. Why are y'all picking up a child at 9:45 at night? Now, I've been in the child support system, right? Number one, and I don't know if they're in the child support system, but here's the thing. They have, as much as I hate the child support system, I understand why there are some rules and regulations to what goes on, because you're trying to eliminate problems as much as possible, but still trying to screw it to the dad. One, there are pickup times, there are drop-off times. Some cases, there are pickup places and drop-off places, designated areas, neutral grounds. Sometimes there's somebody, a mediator, where one of the mothers, like one of the grandparents, have to pick up and drop off the kids, because the parents cannot coexist. There's too much of a history there. Or even though when there's a meet, both of the parents have to be there when they're with the child, and there has to be a mediator because there's just no trust. Like I said, there are a lot of things that go on in deciding what goes on in the with child custody, right? So, in one thing I do know, one thing's for certain, two things for sure. The court system would never or rarely say you can drop a baby off or pick a child up at 9:45 p.m. And why is that? Because first of all, at 9:45 p.m., that's too late. A child should be asleep by that time. That's why usually a lot of times they say the drop off time, pickup time is like around by 6 or 7 o'clock. Get that child enough time to go home, get cleaned up, go to sleep, get in bed, get them a good night's sleep, because the whole weekend, they've been kicking it with dad or kicking it with mom. So they're going to be tired. They got school tomorrow and the parent ain't got time to be dealing with that. Trying to get a baby up the next morning when they got to go to work or go to school is just too much of a hassle. So the courts will have you pick up that child early. 9:45 is too late. Second problem. You went to go pick up your child from your ex-dude with your new dude. And there's a lot of emotional guys out there now. It is like ridiculous to where the dude's gonna be jealous. Because here's the thing. A woman is quick to try to flip a relationship. Get out of one if they ain't already talking to a dude, because that could be the problem here too. Get out of one and then jump into another relationship real quick. The woman will be the one to make rules. Don't be having all these bras around my baby, blah, 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 blah. This, that, and the third. Really trying to control you. But on the flip side, she's seeing other guys bringing guys around your child, around your son, around your daughters or whatever. Your sons, you be pissed off because it's like if you still in your child's life, you don't want no other dude influencing your boy because that's your job. If it's your daughters, you don't like that because you can't trust another dude around your daughters. I know, like in my own personal experience, when my ex was dating a dude, then it wasn't really a trip, but when they found out they getting serious, talking about getting engaged, getting married, I went and met the guy. And me and him had a man-to-man talk, with no one else around, public place. And we just talked. And we had a good man-to-man talk. And, we left and everything is cool. And we are cordial till this day. Now, we ain't like hanging out and stuff like that. But I mean, we get along. I mean, if there are functions, when we're dealing with the kids, he's there, I could be there. Boom, ain't no problem. If there's a problem with the children, with the kids at the time, because like I say, now they're grown. But anyway, if he there, I'm there, got no problem. We ain't never had an issue. I had more issue with my ex than I had with him. But like I said, there's a lot of feminism, a lot of emotional guys nowadays. And when these women turn these relationships over, they got to understand that dude you was with, you got to know your man, your ex-man. And you got to know that dude is, see, women think they're doing something funny, doing something smart, throwing another dude in the guy's face. But what you're doing is actually creating a volatile situation. Understand, let give you some knowledge here, some wisdom here. And that's something you cannot do. Women be trying to jump in a relationship real quick because they want, number one, they don't want to seem like a failure. They don't want to make it seem like, hey, I can get anybody, real quick. Don't matter. All these men want me. Guys, we don't think like that. We don't go out there chasing a bunch of skirts, Hey, we probably knocking down a few girls anyway. So it's not even, and if we not, it's not like we're going to go out there and chase them all. We don't want to come up sooner or later, because that's just how life is. We know we ain't gonna get them all, but we'll get somebody. But like I say, when you're dealing with emotional dudes, like I said, you got to know your man and your ex. It said police said the 34-year-old victim and his girlfriend went to the apartment to pick up her child from her ex-boyfriend. While at the apartment, investigators say the girlfriend and the suspect, 27-year-old Alex Velasquez Magia, got into an argument. Now, why would they get into an argument? Let's see. One, you probably said that you were going to pick the child up at 7 o'clock, 6 o'clock. Here you come strolling your butt in at 9:45. You could be possibly inebriated, could be possibly high, intoxicated, and that there pisses him off. And then you come strolling in late. He may got plans, something to do. Once you get the child, he may got, gonna go over there and holler him a young tender. But you, being the vindictive female that you are, you were gonna make him wait. And wait and wait and wait. You didn't care. You hope he had another female to go see that he had to meet or had a date at 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock. You just gonna be late regardless. There are so many reasons why there can be an argument. But again, this is why you don't pick up no child or drop no child off in no freaking 9:45 at night. It says, my girlfriend and the suspect, investigators said the girlfriend and the suspect, Alex, they said they got into an argument. The victim then stepped in. So now, and that's when the police said Velasquez Mejia shot him, then left the area. Dude, where you going? Ain't this your house? How you gonna shoot somebody and then take off? Is you crazy? I mean, you wasn't, like I say, emotional. Didn't think past at that moment. Now, why would this dude step in? Probably because is he trying to protect that girl? Well, it depends. How long would they been in a relationship? If they new to the relationship, he might have said, hey, hey, y'all just calm down. Let's just go this and the third. And then the dude, the emotional guy, gonna say something. No, the thing about the dude is he may be fussing at her, but he's waiting for that other guy to say something, say anything. He could say, ooh, we have a nice weather tonight. He would have shot her. That's just probably what he was thinking. But he stepped in for whatever reason, and then he got himself injured for whatever reason. Now, let's continue to read just a little bit more. The victim was taken to a hospital where he's being treated for non-life-threatening injuries. So I guess he must have got shot like in the legs or something. Officers later spoke with Velasquez Mejia on the phone, and he agreed to come back to the apartment. He had no choices where he lived. Well, he could have fled to Mexico, but he said he'd come back because I guess he knew he did something, probably because he had nowhere to go. As he drove up, officers tried to pull him over, but he reportedly continued to drive. He later stopped and was arrested. He has been charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon and evading arrest. So I guess he ain't had no felonies. He also had warrants out of Mesquite in Dallas. Now, what kind of warrants did he have? Traffic? Violent warrants? I don't know, but let's just assume his warrants were of violent nature, which means that, young lady, you knew the type of man that he was. So it's quite possible that you found a guy that you thought could match or go beyond this guy's intensity. I mean, like, sometimes women be in relationships with dudes, they could be violent, they could, be mean. Hell, they're not together no more, so it gotta be a reason why they broke up. Might have a history of violence. Somehow they get away from the guy, and then they end up dating a guy who may be just as violent or just as crazy. So, which means that they do that, like I say, for really a lot of times for self-protection. Not so much that they think to do to somebody they're gonna be with forever, but most likely say it's just for, like say, self-protection. But in any case, creating a volatile situation. So I say it to say this, ladies and fellas, you have to do a better job, and especially nowadays, with vetting guys. It's too easy to date nowadays, which is dangerous. You can go on social media, find your people, and there's some crazy people out there. People are, playing matchmaker with people that they know nothing about. You see dudes, if you see a guy hanging on the street, well, damn it, he probably hangs on the street all the time. Keep going. But either way, jumping into full-fledged relationships real soon is not really a smart thing to do, especially if you got little kids. Take your time. Enjoy your babies. Enjoy your life. Learn about yourself. Watch your kids grow. Watch them learn. You'd be surprised at the great things that you're gonna find out. You're gonna watch them do and how they evolve. And the sad thing and the most important thing is these kids are watching you. So, damn, I just thought about that. So the kid saw his mama arguing with the daddy. Quite possibly. And saw the dad shoot the mama's boyfriend. Even if they didn't see it, they knew what happened, because I'm quite eventually, well, let's say like young, but babies, they see and understand and remember more things than we give them credit for. And anyway, your child was around when this happened. No one thought about the child first. That's the sad thing. And that's the thing that we really should pay attention to. Anyway, tell me what you think about the story. Leave your comments below and then share it with the world. And with that being said, I leave you in peace. And I'll see you on the other side.